So, Steve, thank you so much for joining us this morning on the Future of Employee Experience. You're the Global HR Executive for Discovery Limited. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Excellent to be here, Sally. Really excited about the conversation and this important topic of employee experience.
Great. Well, then we'll jump right in on a Monday morning. And Steve, if we can first ask a little bit about you and your journey. Where are you from?
I'm a Cape Townian by my youngster early days. Grew up in Cape Town and moved to London sort of straight after school. So then back to South Africa, and I'm in Joburg now. So got sort of three homes, I suppose: Cape Town, London, and Joburg.
As a Josie girl, I'm not going to ask you to pick your favorite, just in case it's not what it's going to be.
I love Johannesburg, I really do. I don't think there's another place I want to be in South Africa. Really, we really do enjoy it.
That was the right answer. Okay, great. And Steve, tell me, what was your dream career when you grew up? What did you want to do with your life?
It started out, I always sort of thought about something in the finance world, and I studied in that direction. So I was on the path to sort of becoming a chartered accountant, never with the intent of being an accountant, but more as sort of an avenue to sort of that world. And while at Deloitte's in London, got a chance to experience the consulting world and never looked back. So I sort of stopped sort of in the middle of that sort of journey and really got involved with large sort of management consultancy type projects in the finance world typically. So I suppose I still love finance, and I'm still very close to the world of finance, obviously in the job that I do, but it's sort of the behavioral side of finance which makes me tick.
Okay, so what would inspired you along the way then to make that change? I mean, I suppose that would have been the turning point in your career, yes?
One of many turning points, I think. So, and I experienced them regularly. I think so. It was more about energy. I must say that I felt particularly the world of auditing wasn't sort of doing it for me. And the problem solving that kind of emerged out of management consultancy was a lot of fun, the ability to integrate different things. And I naturally gravitated a lot towards the sort of people part of any process change or project. And that sort of started me sort of getting sort of obsessed by human behavior in the context of business, and kind of set me up for that path and that journey. But there's been many sort of clarifications on that journey along the way, from starting to study different things or get slightly different jobs. All these things have kind of pushed me in a direction where I've sort of almost become incredibly focused on the human being within the context of the workplace.
Okay, and if you had to put it down, something that's driving you today, what would you say that is?
It's definitely purpose. I'm very deliberate around living my purpose personally, and really thrilled to be part of an organization that is so purpose driven. So two have come together, almost in a way that I couldn't have asked for more. And my purpose and the purpose of Discovery is very aligned. And if I can sort of help turn people towards their sort of potential and make them sort of maximize that, nothing gives me more sort of I don't know, gratitude, but equally nothing gives me more energy than seeing people liberated to going on to do incredible things for themselves and for other people. So it's really that purpose around leadership, around liberating people that drives me.
It's awesome, and it's so great that you found an organization that aligns to your purpose, because I think that that's something that well, hopefully all of us that work in employee experience can start contributing towards more people doing that. But it's somewhat of a rarity. I don't know if you agree.
It is, and there's one. I think sometimes it's one thing having a purpose on a piece of paper for an organization, but when that purpose drives the whole business, that's an extra privilege, and Discovery is just a phenomenally purpose-driven organization. You make big decisions in your job, and you see the top leaders of an organization making decisions that are completely aligned with purpose, and are if they're not, they might be commercially massively viable, but if they don't align with their purpose, they just won't do it. And so it's one thing to have purpose in organization, but for it to be so alive and so prevalent is just such a privilege.
Yeah, it's great. That sort of guiding star, if you can get it right, that just allows everybody the freedom and the space to be able to make the decisions that they need to and really bring value to an organization, doesn't it?
Absolutely.